Juneteenth celebration in his hometown for the second straight year, by the way. And he's going to step into the ring to face a tough Polish punching former title challenger, Maciej Sulecki, on Showtime Championship Boxing. It all goes down on Saturday, June 18th from the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. It is presented by Premier Boxing Champions. Of course, the entire fight card is being promoted by Lions Only Promotions, TGB Promotions as well. Showtime Championship Boxing, the telecast is going to begin that night at 9 p.m. Eastern. That is 6 o'clock Pacific time. Now, the main event, you've got Charlo taking on Sulecki, but you're also going to see on that fight card in the co-main, the undefeated top super bantamweight contender, Rais the Beast Alim. You'll see him take on Mike Blania in a 10-round fight. And then we'll begin the broadcast with a young man who many believe could be the future of the lightweight division. He is unbeaten. The lightweight contender, Frank the Ghost Martin, will begin the broadcast. Of course, he's trained by Derek James. He will kick things off. But the main event, let's talk about it. Jermall Charlo, the champion, middleweight, 5-0. Fifth time, I should say, that he's been going to fight in his hometown of Houston, Texas. He is 7-0 since he's moved up to middleweight. You can consider him a two-division champion. Right now, the WBC middleweight champion of the world. He is 32-0. He's got 22 knockouts. He's known as the Hitman, Jermall Charlo. And the opponent, Maciej Sulecki. You can now consider him a two-time world title challenger, 30-2. He's got 11 knockouts. And now being trained by Andrew Fonfara. You see him there. Andrew will also be doing some translation just in case Maciej doesn't understand some of the questions that'll be coming. Gentlemen, I want to welcome you, both of you guys. Thanks for joining us. Champ, let me start with you because it is the second time you're doing this on the Juneteenth holiday there in Texas, which is obviously really big in Texas. What does it mean to you to be back home fighting at the Toyota Center in Houston, Juneteenth holiday? And is this something that we're going to see on an annual basis?
It seems so that, Juneteenth is my day. It's actually a holiday in Houston for me and my twin brother. So I'm happy to be, performing again, on the main stage in my city, Toyota Center. It's going to be a great night of boxing. I got another tough opponent. So, I'm ready to get it going.
Maciej, listen, you've won 4 of your last 5 fights. You are going into the lion's den, so to speak, Houston, Texas. Tell me why you wanted this challenge, not only to fight the champion, but to say, hey, look, I'll go into Houston. I'll go in his hometown and go fight it.
Jestem przyzwyczajony do walk Justinwa. Na każdej kosy dam radę, z Rosado. Dla mnie to nie ma żadnego znaczenia. Tak naprawdę w ringu stoją tylko my. Dostajemy tylko ring jest taki sam. Dlaczego chciałem walczyć tu niż Maciej Charlo? Bo jest najlepszy w kategorii średniej. I wydaje mi się, że taki walk się żyje, taki walk się trenuje. Tak jak mówię, takie walki mnie motywują i będę na to gotowy.
He takes this fight because, he fights a lot of times like underdog. And he likes, lion cage. He feels good in a lion cage. He thinks he's better fight like Charlo. That's why he takes this fight, and he's ready. This is a chance. That's why he boxing. That's why he lives for that moment to fight with one of the best fighters in the world, like Charlo. He wanna get him chance and win the fight and be the new WBC champ. This is his dream come true, and he's ready for that.
Champ, let me go to you because once this fight was made, obviously both of you guys made some quotes to the media. One of the things you said, Champ, was I'm fighting for something bigger. Yes, I have Sulecki, but I'm fighting for something bigger. Tell us what is that you're fighting for?
Bigger names, bigger fights. I'm really fighting for my legacy. You know, it's not about the payday. It's not about, you know, the opponent. We'll figure out, you know, how to make the adjustments once you get in there. But I'm fighting for something way bigger than just fighting Sulecki. A complete warrior. Now the fans get to actually see, you know, me go in there and dictate the fight.
Maciej, when the fight was made, one of the comments you made to the media was, quote, you were talking about Charlo. You said, quote, I don't think he's any better than the fighters I've faced before. He isn't a killer. To be honest, he hasn't even been able to stop his last two opponents. Talk to me about that. You still stand by that statement? Tell me what it is, why you said that about Charlo.
Znaczy, po pierwsze tak, uważam, że ten Charlo jest mistrzem świata, niepokonany mistrzem świata. Jest, wiadomo, na tym poziomie zawodnicy są blisko bardzo siebie, tak? Natomiast uważam, że na pewno Charlo jest bardzo silny, bardzo eksplozywny, ale boksersko nie jest lepszy od Andrade i na pewno nie jest lepszy od Jacobsa, tak? Ring to wszystko zweryfikuje. Ja jestem gotowy na najlepszą wersję Charlo. Wiem, że Charlo się motywuje na najlepszych zawodników. Tak jak mówię, że tutaj możemy dużo mówić na temat, ring dopiero zweryfikuje. Ja jestem gotowy na Charlo, jestem gotowy na tego wyzwania.
Yeah, he's ready for a Charlo fight. He don't think he's a better fighter like Andrade and Jacobs, you know, because in this level, everybody, you know, I like similar fighters, but he knows Charlo is a great fighter. He got great punch. He has explosive punch, and he's ready. You know, he don't wanna say too much because you know everything happened June 18th in the ring, and the ring verified everything. You know, and he wanna show everything in the ring. He don't wanna speak too much, you know, but he wanna go and fight with Charlo and you know check everything.
Okay, Maul, give me your response to that, because you basically said you're a great fighter, but doesn't think you're as good as Jacobs or Andrade, who he's faced.
He's just an opponent. They always talk. You know, once you get in there with me, then you got to make the adjustments. You got to see it's a whole different story once you get in the ring with me. So just let them talk. You know, let them talk. You know, right now, like I said, I put my legacy on it. So, hey, that's why I chose to fight with a tough guy like Sulecki. I want him to come in not scared, want him to fight. I want that. That's what I want.
Maciej, you know, it's been written, the build-up to this fight, people wrote about it, and they said that when you've stepped up your level of competition, like the Jacobs, like the Andrades, you've come up short. Why will it be different against Jermall Charlo?
Tak jak mówię, wszyscy ci pięściarze na tym poziomie top są bardzo podobni, tak? Różnice są bardzo, bardzo niewielkie. Wiem, jak wygląda ten najwyższy światowy poziom, ten mistrzowski poziom, na ten światowy, tylko mistrzowski poziom, wiem, jak to wygląda. Wiem, na co mnie stać, wiem, na co mam czekać. Boksowałem z dwoma różnymi pięściarzami, z Jacobsem mam Andrade, a Charlo jest jeszcze inny, tak? No tak jak mówię, popłynie wiele błędów, które będę chciał wykorzystać i te walki, doświadczenie w tych dwóch walkach, które nam mi to pomogą.
Yeah, he say you know the both fights he got with Jacobs and Andrade, you know, helped him prepare him for this fight with Charlo. You know, Charlo got a couple mistakes, you know, and he wanna you know show him those mistakes and win the fight. That's why he takes this fight. And these two fights before with Jacobs and Andrade helped him to get this level. He knows this level. He knows a level of champions, you know, and the best fighters in his category, and he's ready to fight with Charlo. He say Charlo is a little bit, you know, difficult fighter, right? And different, like a Jacobs, of course, and Andrade. And you know, he respects him like, you know, like a champ, you know. And we are ready, and Magic is ready for the best Charlo, June 18, and he's ready for that. And you know, he wanna win this fight.
Where does he, Andrew? If you can ask Maciej, when you talk about Jacobs, you talk about Andre. Where does he see Charlo? Does he see Charlo better than those fighters, or is he a step below them?
Jacob Andrade. Ja mówię, Jacob Andrade jest w ogóle poza jakimkolwiek poziomem, bo to jest dla mnie, jeżeli chodzi o stylowo kosmiczny zawodnik i to jest w ogóle gościu, który może wygrać w tym momencie moim zdaniem tylko ewentualnie Canelo przez swój styl. Natomiast jeżeli chodzi o ułożenie pieściarskie, bardziej mu do Jacobsa, czy jest lepszy, nie wiem, na pewno jest dużo bardziej eksplozywny. Jermall jest bardzo ułożony, silnym, bardzo mocnym technicznie, ale popełnia dużo błędów w ataku szczególnie, które będę chciał wykorzystać.
Yeah, Andrade, he's like other level fighters. He's difficult and he got great techniques and everything. Maybe he's not a puncher, but he's very difficult fighter. And he's over the everybody like because of that. Jacobs is like a good fighter, but he think Charlo is more physically, of course. He got good offense, but he got a lot of mistakes when he do offense and the defense, and that's why Magic wanna show his mistakes, counter punch him too, and he wanna show him a better boxing.
Got it. Maul, let me come to you because I was reading about this fight. And it seems like a number of people have written and it said, and listen, this is no disrespect at all to Maciej at all, but it says, why is Charlo taking on these fights and not taking on more high profile fights, especially in his prime? How do you respond to that criticism, Maul? It seems like people want to see you in these big time fights, whether it's, Benavidez or whomever, and saying, why are you fighting Sulecki?
Sulecki is a good challenger. A lot of people might not know him. He's a foreigner, but he's a good challenger. He's been in there with some top competition. Like I said, Jacobs, he lost. Dimitri Andre, he lost. Those people use him as a stepping stone. So at this time, Canelo has another fight scheduled with Golovkin. Benavidez just also he's still on suspension. It's perfect timing right now, to get in there with a guy who's a good challenger like Sulecki. So I'm ready. Whatever he he said he's able to make the adjustments and beat my tactics. They all talk until they get in there. Once they finally feel the power, they feel the aggression, and he's gonna have to survive. We'll see everything he's talking about. He looked like he's gonna make out to be a good fight.
Listen, I know there's a number of members of the media who want to ask you guys questions, and we're gonna get to those real quick. We'll wrap it up with this, Maciej. For the people who turn on Showtime Championship Boxing on June 18th, for the people who are going to pay good money to come out to the Toyota Center, what can you guarantee they're going to get when you step into the ring with Jermall Charlo?
Zawsze, kiedy wchodzę do ringu, na pewno są wielkie emocje. Tak? Udowodniałem to nieraz. Tak jak mówię, gdziekolwiek nie walczyłem, zawsze byłem mocno zwracany do oceny z Jacobsem, gdzie walka była naprawdę bardzo równa. Tam brakło bardzo dużo, żebym nie wygrał. Może troszeczkę też własne życzenie do walki przegrałem. Mogę pokręcić w pewnym momencie tempo. Ja mówię, na pewno będą emocje. Jermall Charlo daje emocje, ja daję emocje. Ta walka na pewno będzie niesamowita. Jakie efekty będzie, to zobaczymy. Natomiast szybko do ringu po zwycięstwo. Teraz też jestem pewny. Jestem w tym miejscu, w którym chciałem być lata temu. Doszedłem do tego bardzo ciężką pracą, bardzo ciężkim walkami wygranymi i dam się wszystko.
He's ready for this fight. He's here because he got a lot of great fights and he pushed a lot of great work. For all fans who come to Toyota to Houston, a lot of emotion, a lot of fire because he's showing a lot of his fight. He's a great fighter. He don't afraid any fighter. And Charlo is the same thing. He's great fighter, very aggressive. Matches to them. Should be great fight. Maciej is ready for that, and he can wait to step in the ring June 18th. But in the ring verify everything, he say, and he's ready for fight and for war.
Maul, same thing for you. Listen, your hometown loves you. They love the Charlo brothers. A lot of that last time we were there, it was jam-packed. I'm sure it's going to be a sellout, jam-packed again. What can you guarantee that your people of Houston is going to get when they come to the Toyota Center and they turn on Showtime Championship Boxing?
War. Another war. Stay in the pocket. Let's go. Whatever you do, I'll make the adjustments. You know, I'm coming to fight. And if I hit him with some flush, I'm going to knock him out. It's one of them type of fights. I'm not coming to play. The last time I had another tough opponent, he probably can't even beat that guy. But, you know, like, they always judge me and they try to look at the last fight, but he's not the same fighter. He's not the same fighter that I once fought. So we're going to make the adjustments and we're going to do what we got to do to pull out the victory.
All right. Listen, Jermall Charlo, Maciej Sulecki, I know there are members of the media. You guys have questions. All you have to do is hit the raise your hand icon there on the Zoom, and you will be called out. And just ask your question for either fighter and make sure we know where you're from. Andrew Roberts is going to join us here from Swanson Communications, and he's going to acknowledge you. Andrew, I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks, Brian. Our first question is going to come from Jim Conlon with RCB Radio Sport in Ireland. Jim, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi there. My question is to Jermall. Jermall, in the lead up to this fight, David Benavidez has a lot to say about yourself and Caleb Plant in terms of everyone's he feels is trying to duck him and avoid him and trying to scare to take him on, and that people are looking for the easy options and that no one wants to face him. How do you respond to that?
I'm focused on Sulecki. He's not an easy fight. He's not going to be an easy option. So we'll get in there. We'll make war out of it. And all my fans, y'all tune in. You know, I'm looking for a great fight, great night of boxing.
And my question to Majid, in terms of Jermall mentioned there about Daniel Jacobs and Andrade using as a stepping stone, do you feel that sort of comment is disrespectful to you in terms of the word stepping stone?
No, obraźliwe, że on się porównuje, że słabszy od Jacobsa, nie?
Że ja go porównuję, no?
Nie, że on ciebie teraz porównywał, nie?
Tak jak powiedziałem, Jermall dobrze powiedział, słowa teraz nie mają żadnego znaczenia, tak? Przegrałem walkę i Andrade i ten z Jacobsem, tak? Skoro przegrałem walkę z Jacobsem Andrade, można powiedzieć, że jest to będzie słabszy i tego nikt nie odbierze. Natomiast jak ja powiedziałem, słowa nie mają żadnego znaczenia, poczekamy, co się będzie działo w ringu, a w ringu będzie naprawdę się działo bardzo wiele.
Yeah, the words don't say nothing right now, you know, and this fight. He lost 2 fights with Jacobs and Andrade, but right now it's different story. You know, he's ready for his fight. He spent all camp in the United States. He got, you know, great camp. He's ready for that. And like he says, the words don't say nothing. Everything happened in June 18th, and he wanna show a good fight and work. He's ready.
Best luck to both fighters.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Our next question is going to come from Mark Youngblood. Mark, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Mark, you there? Well, maybe he didn't mean to hit it. For any press that have questions, just a reminder to please hit your raise hand icon at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
Our next question is going to come from Jake Donovan at Boxing Scene. Jake, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, great. Thanks, Andrew. I have one question for each. Mal, you mentioned in the beginning that this fight is about setting the stage for bigger opportunities down the road. Do you see those bigger fights happening at 160? Like, because you laid it out. All the other guys are busy. They don't want to fight you. So do you see the bigger opportunities at 160, or do you feel like out of necessity for your career, you might have to move up to 168 sooner than you like?
I mean, I'm not in a rush to just, you know, I'm the champ at 160. So these guys got to fight me no matter what. I definitely got my eyes set on looking to fight, you know, bigger oppositions, the majority of them at 168. But right now, I'm focused on this fight right here at hand, and then we'll move forward whenever it's time. You know, if it takes me to go up to 168, go to super middle, then let's get done with this fight with Sulecki, and then we can look at the drawing board and see what happens.
Got it. And then I'm sorry, I do have one more question for you. So PBC could have chosen anyone to represent Juneteenth. They chose you last year and this year. Like, they've given you ownership of fighting on this weekend. So I just wanted to know, like, what it's always meant to you, even like before boxing, like what it's meant to you, your entire life.
I mean, Juneteenth is a big holiday in my city, in my town, being from Houston, Texas, and it started in Galveston, which is 30 miles. So it's a holiday for us, and I'm the best person to represent it, at this time. So I'm thankful to be able to fight Juneteenth weekend, and then fighting a guy who I'm very familiar with, Sulecki. I trained with one of his friends, and he'll be able to tell him that I'm the real deal and how hot it is and how hot it's going to be to get in the ring.
Got it. Thanks, Mal. I appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to an experience with you in a couple of weeks. And then, Sulecki, I do have one question for Sulecki. I saw that you had sparred recently with Jaime Munguia, who, of course, was supposed to fight Jermall, pulled out of the fight. I just wanted to know, even though it was one sparring session, if you got anything out of it that helped you prepare for this fight.
Jak to ci pomogło przygotować się do walki? No jak ten sparring?
To co, sparring jak to sparring, tak? Munguia potrafi boksować, tak? Potrafi uderzyć, potrafi być w różnych płaszczyznach. Na pewno były to bardzo cenne doświadczenia, jak samo dla mnie, jak samo jak i dla niego, z których naprawdę bardzo wniosłem bardzo dużo, wiem czego się spodziewał, przynajmniej po Jermallu Charlo.
Yeah, sparring like a sparring, he do a couple of good rounds with Munguia. He's, good fighter, Mexican style, good punches, and just experience, just another good sparring and preparation. And, that sparring helped him, prepare to Charlo too, because Munguia is a good puncher and was good sparring, even good sparring.
Okay, great. Thank you both very much, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks.
All right, thank you, Jake. As a reminder for any press that have questions, please hit that raise hand icon at the bottom of your screen. As of now, Brian, I'll throw it back over to you. Maybe some more press will come into the queue, but for now, I'll throw it back to you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Maul, to follow up on that, he talked about how Sulecki basically had the sparring session with Munguia. Originally, you were supposed to fight Munguia. Were you disappointed when that fight fell through and then they said, okay, hey, we got Sulecki here? Were you disappointed, or was it like, oh, okay, well, great. I got this guy who's already fought for the title. Okay, I got another good challenger.
I'm in my prime. I'm ready for everybody. Whoever they put in front of me, I'm going to just do what I got to do, make the adjustments and get the win. I'm ready. I'm ready. They can give me whoever they want to give me. It didn't matter. If it's Canelo, Munguia, Vides, whatever. All the names is just a name. It's just a person to me. So at the end of the day, you're going to see a real fighter come out of me. And the better he is, the better I am. So we'll see what he do when we come June 18th. We're going to see if he can say, damn, he really liked that.
Got it. Maciej, here you are again fighting for the title. Just talk to me about getting this opportunity. Generally some guys only get one bite at the apple. Here you are getting the second bite, and tell us why you believe it's going to be different this time around.
Drugi raz gdzieś to samo jabłko i chcesz go zjeść, i wiesz, jak się czujesz przed tą walką, jak to jest wielka szansa dla ciebie?
Czuję się jak taki mały chłopiec, który marzy o tym, żeby kiedyś boksować o mistrzostw świata. Ten zielony pas najbardziej prestiżowy. Spełnia swoje marzenie, już boksując na terenie amerykańskiej gwiazdy o ten zielony pas. Dopełnienie tego będzie tytuł mistrza świata. Jestem bardzo zdeterminowany, wiem, po to trenuję całe życie podporządkowałem pod boks. Boks to moje życie tak naprawdę. A więc możesz się domyśleć, co teraz czuję albo nie, ale tak jak mówię, jestem bardzo zdeterminowany, jestem w stanie zrobić wszystko, żeby ten tytuł przywieźć do Polski.
Yeah, he feel like a small boy, he dream always for a green belt and this fight and this moment in his life. Like you said, this is the other bite of his apple. Then he's ready. He always, come true. The boxing is his life, and life is, boxing. He do everything to be here right now and to be in the ring June 18. And he's ready to go. He wanna be the new champion. He's ready, and we wait for the best performance of Charlo. We are ready to. Then should be good fight. Two good fighters go in the ring, and we respect Charlo. I know Jermall for Houston too. We see a couple times in the boxing show. Then we are ready to go. Should be good fight.
Fantastic. Hey, Amal, I know how close you and your brother are. How much has he motivated you now that he's the undisputed champion at 154? And he's even talked about after that victory of Castaño, hey, I want to see my brother do big things. How much did that win motivate you now going not only into this fight, but going forward?
It motivated me to see my brother, capture the goals that he always wanted and that we both always wanted, to be undisputed champion of the world. And that weekend, I kept saying it all the whole time. Undisputed. And now that's something that I want to do. And I know Sulecki is in a way of me accomplishing that goal. Everybody wants to bring belt. Everybody want to be champion. If it's destined to be, that's what you will be. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about the talk, the small talk. Don't worry. When we get in the ring, then he'll find out who Jermall Charlo really is. And I put my heart, my mind, and my body on it. So we'll see how tough he is. And once we get in there, and he get punched by me.
Maciej, one of the things when I was reading up on this fight, it seemed like a lot of these articles kept saying champion Jermall Charlo taking on journeyman Maciej Sulecki. Was that upsetting to you when you kept reading about how people were writing about this fight?
Słowa nie mają żadnego znaczenia. To jest opinia ich, nie moja. To jest tylko ich opinia i mnie to nie interesuje. Tak jak Jermall mówi, słowa nie mają żadnego znaczenia przed walką, bo w ringu stałem tylko my, ja i on. Czujemy wielką samotność i tak naprawdę taką świadomość, wolność, przynajmniej ja czuję wolność, bo wiem, że wszystko zależy ode mnie. Słowa nie mają znaczenia, gdzie każdy kibica mogą mówić dużo. Niech sobie gadają, tak? Czyli ja mówię, zawsze byłem jak underdogiem i w tej roli się sprawdzałem.
Yeah, like Jermall Charlo say, the words and talking nothing say, he's ready for this fight. People around and journalists who say, he's journalist, and the other guy who Charlo beat him. He don't think about that. He's ready. He knows where he is, and he's ready for this fight. Everything happened June 18. He's ready for Charlo, like he say, like Jermall say. Words don't talking right now. We prepare for this fight. We are ready. Should be like great fight, good war, great punches because Magic, have a good right hand too, like a Charlo. Should be nice and fire night.
Fantastic. All right, guys, I'm going to give you guys both a final word here. Champ, let me start with you, man. Wrap this thing up for us because I know there are a lot of people we're looking forward to June 18th.
June 18th, Houston, Texas, Toyota Center. Be ready. Have your popcorn ready. Be in the stands. It's going to be a hell of a night of boxing. I got a warrior in Sulecki. Thank you, Sulecki. Thank you from far. Tell Spilka I said what's up. All my Poland fans, y'all come out, y'all tune in. Everybody, Juneteenth weekend, we're going up. We're going to turn up one more time.
I love it. And Maciej, one final word here as we wrap this up.
Zapraszam wszystkich fanów boksu do Toyota Center. Wchodzę do Poczty 2, uwielbiam to, będę w swojej wodzie, będę się czuł jak ryba w wodzie. Damy na pewno niesamowity show i liczę na to i wierzę w to głębokie, że słyszymy NDNU. A tak naprawdę Jermall chyba jeszcze nie walczył nigdy w życiu z tak zawziętym, z tak zdeterminowanym underdogiem, jakim jest Maciej Sulecki.
Yeah, he want to welcome everybody and join Toyota Center June 18. He go to lion cave, but he feel like a fish in the water in this cave. Jermall Charlo, get ready. Maciej is ready for this fight, and it should be great fight. And we are ready. And everybody here and the new WBC, and he wanna say Charlo, he never fight the most determined and ready underdog ever.
Listen, I don't speak Polish, but I did hear "and the new," so I did understand that. and still, and I hear that as well. And folks, it all goes down June 18th from the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas, the hometown of Jermall Charlo. He's the unbeaten WBC middleweight champion of the world. He's known as the Hitman, and he's got Maciej Sulecki, who is 30-2. He's got 11 knockouts. It'll be the second time he has fought for the world title. Showtime Championship Boxing, folks, promoted by Lions Only Promotions, TGB Promotions, and of course that first card with Frank Martin, it's going to be promoted by Man Down Promotions as well. Get your tickets at toyotacenter.com. We will see you June 18th on Showtime Championship Boxing. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you very much.